I'm Dr. Edie Greenblatt. I'm a proud member of Marshall Goldsmith's Elite 100 Coaches Project, an entrepreneur, and a pioneer in resilience and embodied leadership. I'm also a dance ethnologist, a Watsu practitioner, and a faculty member at the Rotman School of Management's Center for Integrative Thinking at the University of Toronto. Blending arts, sports, science, and business research with a focus on individual needs and culture, I create radical executive programs. And I'm just launching a new company, crafting career-enhancing transformational travel experiences. It's all very exciting, kind of new. Check out this article and then follow me on LinkedIn or Facebook so we can keep you involved. Everything that I created, every product I offered, every service I offered, came from seeing a need that I cared about. I noticed people were suffering and the regular solutions of all the smart people weren't helping them. And I had an answer and I went with it. Part of the reason that I moved into the resilience world is I saw there were problems in my family and close friends that weren't being solved, and the resilience issue became huge. There were other issues in the business world that I saw through other parts of my life that I saw answers where people didn't even see the problems. So that's why I created what I did. The road to success has a lot of failures in it, but here's some things that I think were important. One of them is if you're really innovating, if you're really creating something that's new, then most people aren't going to get it. And I made the mistake a couple of times of listening to people who were smart and cared. And when they said, well, I don't get it, and I don't see how this works, and I don't think this is important, I made the mistake of listening to them. And instead of taking it as information to suggest that I may have been too early or framed it wrong or didn't have a large enough pool, I sometimes let people who didn't see it discourage me. So one of the things that has helped since those days is to surround myself with people who get it. And by definition, that has to be the minority. Because if you're really cutting edge, the majority hasn't figured it out yet. They haven't even seen the problem. So they're not going to recognize the value of the solution. So if you surround yourself, I've started to now, surround myself with really smart, forward thinkers who are less afraid of their reputation than they are afraid of squashing innovation. So the second thing that's helped a lot is surrounding myself with people who are not afraid to push back. So people who say, that's a great idea, but I don't understand this. Show me how this works, and to really push back with vigor. So those are the two things that I think have helped a lot. Taking good care of yourself is also sort of basic and critical. That would be why I do this research entirely. So yeah, if you're not okay, if you're not strong physically, if you're not emotionally stable, if you're not supported socially, no matter how good your idea is and no matter how hard you work, you're not going to be able to see it through to the end. So those are the main things. I love to give advice, but I'll keep it short here. Develop and dream with trusted advisors, with people who say, yeah, we believe in you, but people who are informed, people who know the market, people who know something about the technology. So dream and develop with people who are informed, smart, connected, dreamers. But then understand how to translate your ideas to normal people. Because by definition, like I said earlier, by definition, a new idea is not going to have language around it. It's not going to be a known entity. So you have to be able to speak to everyone, each person in his own or her own language. So dream in big contexts with smart people who get the big ideas, but then understand that you're going to have to be able to translate that into the language of your customer, whoever your customer is, whether it's backers, supporters, real customers, stakeholders, politicians, whoever it is. Make sure that you understand how to speak in the language of reality now, Because when you speak in future terms to people who are living in the present, they're not going to be able to follow you. So you have to be a master at understanding culture and language and transcribing things to speak to each person in his or her own language.